Good morning, 9:57, the 12th. Angel, I don't need your help, please. No, thank you. This is exactly it. We're going to talk about geopathic stress today. I used to talk about it a lot of times on my other channels, but I'm just going to show you. Hold on a sec. Let me do this because... Oh, man. I had surgery in my wrist twice and carpal tunnel in both of my hands, and then the nerve damage was severe. I used to do massage therapy, but unfortunately after that surgery I barely could open and close my hand. But anyway, as you can see, it's snowing. Alright, so geopathic stress is something that is a really invisible issue, or I guess it's not even invisible. You can see it, you can feel it, but there's been a lot of hiding these things. But the fact that this is a school, the fact that this is an open field that's electromagnetic across from this 5G tower, it's affecting everybody's houses. This house right here, our house, it's completely, it would never be able to sell. You can see with something that's valued, but it's just like the wildfires in California, where all of a sudden, a month or two before these things happen, they just didn't renew people's insurance. Okay, the geopathic stress in this area is so terrible, and it's not just our house, but the houses that are on this side are worsely affected. But the people, the health of the people, I guess, rather, on each side is worse off. So I guess I'm grateful it's just a house. But I came and I shoveled because it was nice to have a walkway. But everywhere you see a deviation, specifically, this is just around the school, which is St. Paul Public Schools, but it also belongs to the Minnesota School Land Trust Fund. So underneath the ground is a whole bunch of things that they're making money from, and it's all going into this land trust fund for the public schools. Right? But they haven't touched any of that money in so long, and a lot of people don't even know about it. So they continue to make money. They continue to do that underground. This seems like this, but what is happening is, because this, a lot of people play with their dogs or a lot of other things like that. There's also, on top of the school, see the arc, it's a solar powered, it's solar powered, so it activates different things. But anyhow, so underneath the ground is actually a river, okay, that they just buried over years and years and years ago. Again, like I said, this was an ancient burial ground before it was St. Paul, Minnesota, before this was even a state. That's one thing. But the thing that they're and have been making money off of is what's underneath this ground. Okay, the geological stuff that's underneath the ground. But if you see, because there's no trees, no what is this called? No roots per se. So this is not just roots. This is geopathic stress causing these cracks. So if you were in a wheelchair or a walker and you weren't able to see this and you just tripped over and broke a bone or something, who are you going to call? Nobody. Yes, I understand it's a Sunday, but this is way deeper than this, okay? Don't you see why there's trees on each side, right? There's no trees on this side for a reason. People don't understand this. Again, like I said, on my side and on that opposite side, the houses are completely worthless. You're not going to be able to sell your house. That's why people are still here. Okay, on this side, the health of the people is compromised because there are no trees. All that radiation from that big old tower is coming right over here. You can see these things based upon how nature is responding or reacting. That's why all the animals from the sanctuary come there. That's fertile. So yes, I did this job because I'm not getting paid for it. But I do know somebody comes and they walk their dog in their walker, and I wish to not trip over myself because I already did twice when me and Angel was out here. But I definitely don't wish that she would trip or fall, or anybody, a kid, an adult, somebody with a disability, an animal. So that trumped anything else. Now the pain I felt from my shoulder to my elbow and in my hands, I'm doing something different. I'm not just popping a whole bunch of ibuprofen and calling it in the morning. Just like the lead in the water, people say, oh, I changed my pipes, but they don't understand like the long-term effects of lead in drinking water, period. It's not just drinking water. It's in your bath water. Our skin is our biggest organ. You brush your teeth with that water. Your kids, your animals, nature, the food you consume, all watered with that. So you're going to constantly regenerate these things if you don't know any better. That's why it's are these solutions out here to continue. But just because there's a grant for people to redo their I missed this when I came. I wouldn't want anybody to hit that, so at least you can see it. But the whole point is this: I don't have a telephone, but I'm not that crazy. All of a sudden, years of surgeries after being in this house, I never had none. Yes, I do believe being incarcerated at Hennepin County Jail was was definitely the first place that I feel that I got poisoned by the lead in the water. But I was incarcerated for a year in California as well, LA County Jail. And they had the best health care I've ever seen. Even better than my health partners here out. So they were able to help me do a lot. So therefore, that was situated before I came back here. So all these new things, 8 surgeries later, where the deviations are really bad, I just shoveled like from left to right. So that way people would know to avoid them. Or like right here, it's a slope. I came at this way so you can kind of see. But then you'll see like where things are. And then in relation to what's going on in the field, and where the lights are and electricity in relation to what is going on underground 24/7. I don't know if anybody in the area remembered when there was a big old hole on Pascal and Blair, a big old hole. And then, not that long ago, there was a big old gas leak right there as well. Somebody was having some work done and people struck a line. Our weather is a little bit different, but the only reason them fires was like that in California is because all of the buried gas. This is an electromagnetic field, but it's also a geopathic stressagen. Not a pathogen, a stressagen. Look at the amount of deviations right here. There's no trees. These roots don't even reach this far. They go straight down. When have you ever seen trees grow? Nobody cuts these trees down. They break themselves. I did a podcast about it when the soccer game was still going on. I think that green sign still says watch out, the tree is broken, because I didn't want anybody to get hit by that. When we work with nature, it's a whole different ball field. But look, look how all these are just protruding out of random different places. They're not random. But especially look, even here, because like I said, this house is not worth a damn. It's not able to be sold. So it gave this lady a heart attack for real. It's not even just the garage. It's the fact that there's so much mold in the basement. The foundation is cracking because of the amount of electromagnetic waves that are pulsing. And then that the river is literally in a figure 8 shape underneath our garage. And this big ass divot right here, like a whirlpool. And then the big ass divot in the park. Knowledge is power, but only when you know how to apply it can you actually make it useful for everybody, because it's not just this house. And it's not just my health or my dog. Well, it's not even my dog because I don't own dogs or animals. Nature is nature. Might be the mother and the father-mother duo, but there. Now, shouldn't even be heavy trucks, shouldn't even be buses on this route. It should not. But all summer long there was, due to some other stuff that was going on Snelling. The same type of stuff. These buildings don't just go on fire for no reason. A tree branch is not just going to crack itself when there's no thunder, no lightning. But it happens, right?